For you, remember Spain-Iran is to come later this evening, so Portugal are top. First win of this World Cup, they have 4 points. Iran have 3, Spain have 1, and Morocco are out with that defeat, 2 defeats from 2 games. And as we look back at the game, the first few bits of analysis are just going to be chance after chance after chance after chance, starting with Patricio safe.
Well, the chances came from set pieces. I mentioned earlier they couldn't really create anything in open play, but from set pieces, the delivery of Ziyech was absolutely on the money all game, and this header from Belando is a good one, and Patricio does well to get down and get that one clear. It was just a chance after chance in terms of set pieces, but a lot of the time they just fell to the wrong person.
Well, does it fall to the wrong person? No, but if you're an international centre-half who plays top-level club football in Europe, which Benatia does, and he's at Juventus, should you do better?
I think you can maybe forgive the fact that he doesn't score, but what you can't forgive is him not hitting the target. And I think in both opportunities, OK, they're on his left foot. That one's more difficult because it's on a bit of a half volley. He has a decent touch there, just gets underneath it. But the second one, after having that as a practice run, just hit the target.
He's snatching them a bit. There was a bit of pressure. The Portuguese defenders, the masters at this, are actually just defending the width of the goal, yeah. But that one in particular, he gets a good look at it. Yeah, perhaps maybe you could question, weaker foot, but get over it. Just hit the target. Even if he scuffs it into the ground, hit it into the ground in one of the corners. Give yourself a chance.
Would you be disappointed if you'd done that with those 2 chances? And would you not use it as an excuse, oh, I'm a centre-half?
No, I wouldn't use that as an excuse. I'd expect to hit the target. Especially if it was on my left foot. I was a left-footed player, so I'd think, yes, hit the target, at least with one of them. You can forgive maybe one, but hit the target on one of those opportunities. So
is the difference then not so much technique, but up there? Would you both say, because you would be more used to being in the box and finishing, that you would be calmer in that situation than Matthew would be?
Probably, yeah. I mean, only because you're naturally there more often. I saw that first opportunity on the volley, and that one, to my eye, looks easier than the second one on my left foot. Because for whatever reason, when the ball was bouncing, volleys on my left foot, I felt a lot more confident than striking the ball off the deck. That one that he's tried to smash off the deck, I would have tried to curl that one probably towards the near post. So you all have different. As soon as you see something, you have a different, obviously, idea of how you're going to create your opportunity.
But that's where the mentality comes in, doesn't it? Because, like I say, both of them were smashed. Whereas how Jermaine's saying there, maybe a more advanced player would think, I'm just going to curl it. Yeah. I'm just going to curl it into the corner, take a bit of pace off it, but hit the target. Which actually neatly leads us on to the fact that Ziyech looked like he was trying to curl it on his chance.
You know what, though? I think he should do better with this, if I'm honest with you, chappers. I think he does brilliantly to create the opportunity, but I think the distance between himself and Pepe, he should miss Pepe, I think. And this is another one where he gets himself into the situation and he then panics by just smashing it. I think he can guide that towards the far post. He's done all the hard work. Now's the important.
Yeah, he doesn't look once. He doesn't look once, Jermaine, does he? He doesn't look once.
That far corner's just on. Just guide it in that far corner.
I think he could drag it into the near post as well. If he's clever enough, he could maybe just drag that one.
Yeah. Doesn't get his head up though. It's a great run for him, get himself into that position, manufacturing that chance. But that's it. It's just one.
Actually, I got that completely wrong, didn't I? He didn't try and curl it at all. When I watched it again, he just absolutely smashed it.
And the key is the distance between him and Pepe is more than enough. He shouldn't be hitting him. It looks like a great block from Pepe, and everyone goes, "Wow, he shouldn't be hitting him."
If you were Portugal and you do go through to the next round, do you worry about their left side going into the knockout stages? And Guerreiro, who didn't have a very good season at Borussia Dortmund this year.
Without a doubt, chappers. Honestly, I think I'd have serious worries about them anyway. But they've got a mentality where they actually allow teams to come onto them. But particularly that left-hand side Guerreiro. Yeah. We saw him at the Euros when he was a bit of an unknown going into the Euros, and he did really well and actually establishing himself as Portugal's first choice. But it's more from an attacking point of view for him, getting forward, getting beyond. Defensively, Amrabat gave him so much trouble today. He kept on going at him. Physically, he had too much for Guerreiro. And I think even tactically, the positional sense of him, he knew where to go to disrupt Guerreiro. And he struggled all day. That is a real chance to get at Portugal down that left-hand side, yeah.
The disappointing thing I felt about that duel is that not at one point did Guerreiro figure him out. It's like he wanted him to go tight to him. He wanted to wrestle him and manhandle him all the time. He did it time and time again. And when you're in that one-on-one duel, like you find yourself out wide there, you have to think about it a bit more, give it a bit of thought and think, well, how am I going to get on top of him here? And he just kept making the same mistake.
When should you figure that out by in a game?
Once 50? Once. No, see,
all right, okay.
If I've played left back, played a left-hand side, played left back, if someone does you early, someone does you for pace or someone does you physically, you have to learn quickly. You have to say, well, I'll tell you what, he's not going to do me for pace again, so I'm going to drop off. Or if he's done me physically, I might be able just to maybe get touch tight with him, but then at least give him a yard. To, well, have your touch then. What are you going to do? You're not going to be able to beat me for pace. Because Amrabat certainly doesn't have more pace than Guerrero, but he just had he had too much for him today. That was it.
Just take a look at the winning goal again.
You know what? It's actually, you know, a thing of beauty from Ronaldo's point of view. The fact that this guy does absolutely everything from an attacking point of view brilliantly on the pitch, and this movement, I just love it. The way that he just kind of draws Da Costa into thinking he's going to make a dot and run towards the near post, and just goes, no, that run's for you, mate, and this one's for me. I know where the ball's going. Lands right on his head, and then that little bit of bravery to stick it in the back of the net. It's just, he's an animal in the box. He really is. He's strong, he's physical, his movement. It's actually, it's a nightmare for centre-halves to deal with.
Talk about his bravery, man. Let's see that. Dura's foot is up round his head, and he's just thrown his head in there. There's no thought of anything else, but I'm getting my head on the ball. I'll take a clout afterwards. It's a great finish.
And as great as Cristiano Ronaldo was, we're just going to return to Pepe, because he is a brilliant defender, and his block was fantastic there. But come on, Kevin, if you were playing it, you would want to clump him, wouldn't you, when he reacts like... I mean, do me a favour.
Martin said it in commentary. It is embarrassing. It doesn't look great, you know, certainly on this stage when there's so many people watching the game, so many kids watching the game, that you think that's acceptable, because it simply isn't. It's embarrassing. It really is at this level, yeah.
Uruguay, Saudi Arabia is coming up later, so let's just show you that Group A table, because that game is in Group A. Saudi Arabia were inept, weren't they, when they played Russia in the opening game of the tournament, which seems a very long time ago now. Russia last night, though, impressive in beating Egypt by 3-1. And as we've said, you know, Group B and Group A meet in the last 16. So as we see the Russia goals again from last night, Matthew